This is my survival world and I have no way of getting around, so that's why I built trains and laid miles of tracks everywhere. This is the train that you saw in the intro and the train that I'm going to be using in this video. I will definitely make trains in the future, but for now this is the one train I will use. I also added some trailers, not really trailers, carriages onto the back, and these are actually functional. These are shipping containers and I've got portable storage interfaces here, and that just lets me transfer items really easily. Now it does look a bit weird because this was originally made with a loco metal, but that uses steam and rails, which is not in 1.21.1, which is the version that I actually originally made this in. And we don't have the correct bogies, so I have some weird funky bogies here with these things, but I think it will be fine. It does look alright, I guess. And yes, this bridge is technically floating because I did not build those pillars, that was just for the thumbnail. So I guess I make this in my world now. But before that, we actually have to make some train things, and if we look at it, they all come from train casings. So we need to make a lot of train casings, which is brass sheets and sturdy sheets, which is lava, and then 2 presses, and then that's powdered obsidian. So we need to crush some obsidian, which is washing magma. So we need a lot of magma. So basically we just need to get a lot of magma and then we should be good. I can now take the 7 stacks of magma that I have and drop it onto here to be washed. I can then take the obsidian and just put it in this barrel here, and then it'll be crushed through this pair of crushing wheels. I can then take this powdered obsidian, and if I place it on there, lava will start being squirted on it, and then the unprocessed obsidian sheets will be made. Now we have a stack and 16 sturdy sheets, and I just need to combine this with brass casing. Now we can just get the brass ingots to be placed on the strip spruce logs like so, and then we can get the sturdy sheets to be placed on the brass casing. And now we have lots of train casing. That's very useful, and we can just put all this other stuff away. And I didn't even use all the obsidian I have. I still have 350 obsidian and 256 powdered obsidian because I just got way too much. So now I can actually start using this to make some things, because I need to make things like train stations and train controls and train doors. All I need to do is actually create a schematic using the schematic inkwell. That is far enough out. I just want to make sure I get the whole thing because I don't want to miss anything. Is that low enough? No. Okay, we can make the first selection there, and then we just need to go all the way to the top and then pull it out like so. And now, in fact, the entire train should be in the schematic. Now that it's saved, we can find it in our survival world. And here we go. And let's find an open spot. This is a bit of an open spot. Right over here. This is quite a big train. And there you go, right there. There we go. This is the one and only. And so we can put this in a cannon and it will tell us exactly what we need. Let's put it in here with the clipboard. And here is our checklist. So it isn't actually that bad. We do need a lot of zinc though. We don't need the snow. And yeah, so probably the hardest thing is probably the shipping containers. So let's start putting things in a backpack ready to make it, because I'm not building this by hand. I'm going to use the schematic cannon. We now have everything we need in this backpack, and we can now start building this schematic. So let's just put it in and do a time lapse. If you are enjoying the video so far, please be sure to like and subscribe. And now to continue with the time lapse. Okay, and of course I forgot to make the shipping containers, so this actually looks a bit weird. So I just need to get those and place them out. It's also a bit laggy. I think the trains make it lag. But hopefully all I have to do is make the shipping containers, place them in, and we should have a working train. Okay, I have the shipping containers right here. We obviously don't need to do a replay shot for this because it's just some containers. All I have to do is place them like so and take them a bit back. Okay, I clearly did not bring enough containers to stack in 17 each. I thought it was a lot less, so I've again failed to fill the containers. Looks like I'm going to have to go back and get some more. So I forgot to press record, but I did fill in the rest of these shipping containers over here, and I fixed up the last bit. I placed all the blocks that didn't get placed, so it's looking quite good. It's just a seat and a train controls, and then we have a little area back here to do what you want. I might put some seats, maybe you can have a little sit down. But now we can finally press the button to assemble it. A station marker. Yeah, that's what it is. That a station marker? Don't know what's on about. Oh, so that's in the wrong position. So all I need to do is move this to there. I change this. I can actually change it to a driver. It's going to be gearless and it's 3 axles. There we go. That is looking perfect. So if I then assemble, boom, what should I call it? The one and only. It is actually so laggy. Oh, I left it too long. One of it's already, okay, it's already going green. So I didn't think I'd be waiting this long, but I am. Oh, it's so laggy. Why is it so laggy? Okay, so I've just decreased some settings to the shader pack because I love shader packs. So yeah, I wanted to keep that shader pack on, but it is a bit lower setting. And I can actually drive this. I can't drive it that far really. Oh, okay. Okay. Gonna have a bit of calm down. Okay, let's approach the station. And let's quickly disassemble, brake, place, assemble, boom. Okay. So then they should all be perfectly orange. See if I can make that. I did not. Yeah, that's already exposed. Can actually remove some of this. But we now have a fully functioning train. So we actually need to build some track for this. This is actually really cool. It actually shows you train tracks and it shows you stations and it shows you trains. So I'm going to take this somewhere. I might take it up here. Yeah, because this is where... Well, it actually depends where I'm going to put my industrial district or heavy processing. So I need to make some decisions about where it's going to go. Okay, I have decided. I think I'm going to go there. Yeah, that is where my train depot is going to be. And then I'm going to have a line going from my base to the train depot. And this should definitely be out distance, so that hopefully there is no lag at all. So I am actually going to show you right here how it is going to be. So over here's my base. I will have a station here and the train will go through here. It will navigate the forest and it will go up, take a right, and it will go over a bridge over here, and then it will go through this little hill over here, and then it will go up all the way through over here, and this is basically the industrial district. So we'll have lots of lines coming out and it will have factories, and basically this is the industrial district far away. We'll also have a little loop around there. So this is basically going to be the plan, with a bridge here, the tunnel here, and a bridge here. But first we actually need to work on something else, and that is actually a little machine that will produce this track. This is very annoying. Anyway, I was saying that we need a little train track factory, because I'm not making the train tracks by hand, deploying the iron nuggets and then pressing them. No, because that will take way too long. So I could do it right here actually. I could set up a little conveyor system and we should be good to go. is now powered up. It does look a bit weird, but all I have to do is if I get some slabs and then I get some iron, all I have to do is put the slabs here and just give this deployer some iron, this deployer some iron, and now we have a working train track system that's completely automated, meaning I have to do nothing but refill the iron nuggets and refill the slabs. So I will see you when I have a lot more train tracks. I've just been sitting here waiting for this to finish, and we definitely have a lot of train tracks. I mean, I think this is definitely a lot. So I'm going to take all of them, and I'm actually going to take some materials, like some stone, probably just stone for now, to start building out the platform where my train will go. Okay, so the station will go right over here, going across, just like so, and I actually want it to be the same height here as the tunnel, so I'm actually going to start digging some of this out, and I'm going to start placing some stone down for the platform or where it will eventually be. And this is actually quite laggy still because of the train. I really need to move that train. I really need to get this track done and move the train all the way over here where it cannot bother me and it can just do its thing. So let's dig out this area and make a station. Okay, so I have been doing some off-camera building for the station, and I'm going to show it the first time now. Everything just is loading with the shaders, but I do think it looks quite good. I continued the pattern from in here onto this wall. I made this out of smooth sandstone like the floor in there, and it just continues on. It is smooth stone, the floor, and over here the track just curves around as it will continue to go all the way over here. And in the wall here I just added a little ramp so I can easily get to it, and I put a little path in. I haven't in fact put in the borders of it, this andesite bricks, but I can do that later because it is looking quite good. I don't know what to do with this top bridge. Does look a bit awkward, but for now this is actually quite good, and I can start to add the station. But I think what I'm going to do first is I'm actually going to move the train, because you can actually move trains with the wrenches, but the train is backwards. Okay, the train is now facing the correct way. Yeah, I can just remove all of this track that was over here before because I do not need it now, and I'll also remove the station. As you can see, it's starting to be removed over here. And I did in fact hear some mobs. Yeah, there are mobs spawning in there. That's because I forgot to light it up, but that is okay. Okay, we have finally done it. We've got it at the station, and now it is ready to go. It looks quite good actually. It just barely fits on the platform I have. Anyway, this over here will round off and will continue off. But we actually need a drill train to do that, so I just have to place down the tracks and then it will go through itself, which is actually very useful. I have just finished the entire track, as you can see. It goes all the way over and it goes up. It does some weird turn because I wanted it to go over the bridge there, and I was going to do it over there, have the industrial district, but I actually think I'm going to have it over here because I think it's a lot better. It definitely works a lot better. So I'm just going to have it in this area, but first I actually need to make the drill that is going to mine it out. And I haven't actually made one of these in such a long time, so I kind of forgot how you do it. But I know I need to create the train. What the? For some reason it doesn't let me place the bogie. Wait, huh? Why isn't it letting me? That is so weird. Normally it has the blue thing, but it's not letting me do that. Okay, that is so weird. Wait, let me just reload my game. There we go, I got it to work somehow. I don't know what was going on. But anyway, I have all the drills and all the chests here. So drills will go over on this side, just like so, and I can just create a wall. And I don't think they break train tracks, hopefully. It does actually need to be quite tall, so I have to make it 6 blocks tall, which is actually crazy. But that's just how big it needs to be for the train. What we can do now is we can put in all of these chests. Okay, that is all in. All I have to do now is connect it with this slab, and I can add the train controls right here. I can add contraption controls onto the side, and then I think that is basically everything I need. I didn't make a seat, but we should hopefully be fine on seats. what I do need to do is put the drill as a filter for the contraption control, just so it works. Then we can glue everything together. We can glue the front side, and then we can glue all the chests, and then we can just glue this part. And then if we click assemble train, we should hopefully be good. So if I move that back, I actually need some rail first. All we have to do is put this track in here, and now when we go, it breaks all the blocks by itself, which is actually really useful. And so we'll very quickly get through here. It's going by itself, no! It's continuing on, even though I'm not even controlling it. It's kind of why I need a seat. Okay, let's reverse back up, because it didn't actually break some blocks, which was weird. Let's also break these blocks, just so it isn't floating. I don't want it to go too fast as well, because then it might skip blocks, and that's very bad because I want a clean, nice tunnel. I actually have these mechanical rollers here, and if I put them on, I don't know, yeah, just like that, and I just connect them, then hopefully it should start filling underneath with some gravel, I think. If I select gravel on all of those, and I do straight fill below, they should all be the same, and so they should all fill the underneath with gravel, hopefully. So this is all the gravel that I have. Yeah, and so all I need to do is glue this on, and then I can assemble the train. And if I start to go forward, I need to place in some track over here. Somehow that got destroyed, but now, hopefully take two. If I go, it should fill straight underneath. Sadly, it doesn't fill all of it, and if I go too fast, it won't fill. Oh wait, no, it did fill. But yeah, I only made 4. Because I only need what's directly underneath. But it does look quite good because a lot of it was floating before, and so it looked quite bad. But now we have this, it should actually look a lot better. Oh, some of these climbs, they're just speechless. They're not very good, let's just say that. Damn, we've already used so much gravel. Oh, I got kicked off my own train. This is why I need a seat. Okay. Yeah, that is now empty. I don't want it to fill this in, but this sadly ran out of gravel. But if I just go onto here and I just take a ride back up, you should hopefully be able to see how it is all paved, and none of the tracks are floating. And look, you can see the gravel has been placed in. So nothing is floating now, so it looks really good. I'm going to get kicked off over here. Yeah, right there. But everything is filled in with gravel if it doesn't have an underneath. So now that it is all done, we can get into my actual train, sit down, and we can actually make our way over to it. It does cliff a bit, this turn isn't the best turn. But this does look quite good. I'm just so glad I finally have an actual train. Oh, that's very steep. A real train would not be able to get up that. This is so goofy. Yeah, this does look a bit weird. Look at it going up and down. Just barely fits under these trees. Oh, okay, now we got it going downward. Okay, that actually isn't that bad. It's only because I'm going slow. That is where it ran out of gravel. And then we have the dirt bridge in all its glory. Will the whole train fit on the dirt bridge? Yeah. Look at that. That is not a good thumbnail, it's just floating. I mean, look at that. Okay, and we've now finally made it to the other side. station isn't very long. Okay, the platform is extended a bit. Not much, but this... Wait, this side, yeah, it's at the correct level. But we have fit every single thing in, which is very good. Now I'm contemplating whether to even make a platform or even make a proper bridge here, because I've been thinking about already moving on to series 2 this season. Because doing this has just made me realise how much I love trains and just making trains. But I am held back by the fact that I'm on version 1.21.1 and the fact that I don't have steam and rails and lots of other mods that would just help me, and I really think I need a fresh start. And that is actually mainly because of my builds. I mean, just looking at them, I don't really put much effort into them. I mean, what is that and that? It just looks so bad. It's just a cube with a roof. And it just, I suppose that's a bit better because it's 2 different ones, but still, they're just not good, you know? And I want to do so much better. I want to build big, massive things. I want to put a lot of effort into the design, spend ages on it. So that's what I think it would be good for me to switch it up a bit and start fresh on a 1.20.1 where I do have steam and rails. And I really want to get into trains because I spent way too long doing the workshop, doing the farms, doing the XP farm, doing the cow farm. I mean, I built this cow farm for no reason. Look how much it produces me. This is way too much. It produces me so much beef. And if I have a look at the item vaults, 4,600 wheat. On this one, 2,900 wheat. I'm just getting so much for no reason because I waste my time on these projects and I really want to just make something big and good. So I suppose you could call this the finale of season 1 where I built trains.